question is a little bit of a weird question, isn't it? What evidence is there of a new Jim Crow? I kind of wanted us, I gave you like 20 pages of reading. I kind of wanted us to just process the most interesting or surprising facts. So starting with you, Edwin, we're going to start here. What evidence is there of a new Jim Crow?
We're going to be differentiating today, okay? So there's going to be times when we need to pause in our learning new material. That means today we're going to take a pause. We're not going to, as a class, go on to new material, but we're going to make sure everybody in the class is ready to proceed. So everyone catches up today and is ready to go on.
The question is, the fuel used in spacecraft must contain as much energy per gram of material as possible. Based on this consideration only, which of the following fuels is best suited to be a spacecraft fuel?
So you know the deal. If you're partner A, your job is to use the sentence starters in blue with vocab words. You will be talking about integers, so I expect to hear adding integers, subtracting integers in your discussion or your solution. I expect to hear going from left to right. I expect to hear the answer is taking the sign of the greater number, and that's why it's positive, stuff like that. Partner B, you're using the sentence starters in green, and also your vocabulary.
That's why the number of grams that you find for octane is divided by the number of kilojoules.
It's really easy to pick out errors in other people's writing, and actually we're outstanding at that. But it's a lot tougher to build the habits of writing in a way where you're actually practicing these things, right? It's a lot tougher to come up with the sentence than it is to edit the sentence once it's on the paper. And so you've got to start to build those habits. So this, along with what we worked on yesterday with participle phrases, are the two things I really want you working on grammatically, in addition to the normal content stuff. What I've given you is 4 very short documents. So one says, what is democracy? The next one says, Trail of Tears, and it's an image. Then we've got a speech by Andrew Jackson, and then Jackson's proclamation on nullification. And you probably won't finish today, but you will get started in a big way today. The question is, was Andrew Jackson a protector of democracy?
That releases the most amount of joules per mole, so that means that's the best for maximizing your amount of energy per gram.
Love that explanation. I'm sure that's what was going through most of your heads. The problem is this is joules per mole, and this is asking joules per gram.
So we were supposed to have converted solved it over mass and then use that value. But we got lucky in this case, right?
It'd be cool when his government offers to purchase the Indians' land, give him a new and extensive territory, pay the expense of his removal, and support him for the first year.
As one by one, many tribes have disappeared from the earth. However, we must accept this the way we accept when an older generation dies and makes room for the younger. We would not want to see this continent restored to the condition in which our forefathers found it. With good man.
When it releases the radioactivity, it stays there though in the environment for like thousands of years. So the radioactivity is still harming the earth. Like the burning of the fossil fuels is hurting it because of the global warming, but then if you think about it, the radioactivity can cause cancer and all that, but it's talking about environment, but I feel like that's the big effect of the nuclear power plant.
The key thing I'll be listening for is you first need to identify the error that the individual made when they were solving this problem, and then talk about what's the correct way to do the problem. What I've heard in period 1, like a lot of people are just skipping to, well, this is how you do it, this is the correct way to do it, but we're not pushing ourselves to identify the error. And so I really am going to be looking for that in your discussion this morning.